Now, I want to make sure I know where I stand.
Well, you've got a pretty good flop, but obviously another ace beats you.
Oh yeah, I'm not excited.
But also not worried. Like, probably has the best hand.
It looks like Diamond Dan led at it for 5,000. Now, how do you like that play? Should he continue?
He could continue, but he has to make a decent bet. He can't bet what he did. I mean, that was just crazy. I mean, betting 5,000.
Well, you've picked up a flush draw here, Tony, and he's not stopping.
Keeps going at it.
I mean, Noah, when do you back off? If you're the button, you've raised with nothing, you've gotten called, you've flopped nothing, you've bet, you've gotten called. Should he stop?
Like when the ace comes and you get called, you should know you're having problems. Like Tony has the ace or maybe a straight draw or anything, maybe the straight, and when the 3 comes, it should be done. Because
I'm making it look like I'm really struggling with my hand.
On the river, it straights come on the board.
And I have to bet.
You made a higher
so now he's
straight.
paying.
I've got a flush.
Well, now Dan's done about half his stack here. Where should he have stopped?
Well, first of all, he was passive. He should have made a good
Made a
bet
bigger bet on the flop.
and went all in on the turn. He could have won the pot. Because it just shows you he was not aggressive. He was betting, but he was betting being stupid.
He just didn't really know where he was going. He was just trying to.
He was totally trapped in the hand, and it was so funny to watch it. Because I actually didn't know what he had that hand. It didn't show me the hand.
Now you know.
Now I know what he had, and it's like, it was just the worst thing you can do is try to get involved with me in the pot in that situation.
And because it's early stages, is it even less wise to even start the hand at all? I mean, there's nothing out there to win.
Yeah, there's not much in there, and especially against Tony, a guy who will defend his blinds a lot. You don't really have any business. You can raise it. It's an okay play, but you can also just stay out till the blinds get higher and then get involved when there's really something in the middle.
First of all, Tony, let's try and summarize. When you're coming in, you want to be strong.
Yes, well, when you come into the table, you want to be strong. You want to look like you want to look like a player and that you're dangerous.
The second thing we looked at was don't bluff unnecessarily early.
Yeah, because it doesn't have too much value because there's not much in there, and if you get called, you're deep.
And then the third thing is it's okay to steal, but you don't want to do half your stack in the process.
Once you make a decision to steal, you got to be prepared to go all in. You got to make the big commitment to the pot. And I do that. I mean, I've done it all. I mean, I've bet out 3 times and I've taken on a river.
Yeah, and if you're not that kind of player like this guy, you have to put the brakes on after the flop. You get called, you're done. Either your game plan is going to be stealing and going for it and making good bets, or just stay tight. Don't be anywhere between. Try to steal, make a little bet, which will get called, and don't know what to do on the turn, bet again. Just know what your plan is.
So now we've heard from Noah and Tony. Be strong early on, know your game plan, and don't be an in-betweener. We're learning about our opposition, and in part 2, we're going to find out what hands to play and how to play them. Welcome back. In part 1, we had a look at how you start a tournament. What kind of cards are you looking for, though? We're here with Noah Buchan and Tony G, 2 of the top players in poker. And Noah, you sit down at the table. What cards are you hoping to see early?
You're hoping to see aces, but kings are good too. Now, you're looking for the big pairs, like aces, kings, queens, jacks. And yeah, those are the hands you always want to see. And maybe some little pairs to limp in and make a set. Or either hands you can make the nuts with, like suited aces.
What about you, Tony? Are there some cards that don't play well in the early stages?
Yeah, ace, queen, ace, jack. Be very careful early on, especially king, jack. These hands stay away from. Small aces, there's not much value. Not much value. Play pairs. Play pairs, hit a flop, or make a bluff if you miss. It's pretty simple. If you do that, you'll do well.
Well, let's have a look at big pairs, because those are always fun to play, but early on could be tough. 2 kings can run you into trouble sometimes.
Pass.
And this guy looks down and sees 2 kings. Now, no one's entered the pot yet. What should his first thought be?
You should try to raise now.
Yeah, you should raise between 2 and 3 times the blind. Like normal raise 3 times the big blind.
He's done that well.
Sometimes a little less with the big hands to get people in. No, he finds queen, so
These situations are very tough to...
yeah.
They're very tough.
And if you
Like-
get re-raised when you have kings, do you just stick them in?
It depends. It depends. If you stick it in, you're only going to get called by aces most of the time. So, on the other hand, if you just call, the ace might flop and you might be screwed. It really depends on your stack and his stack. Like the guy with the queen thinks he has the best hand, and the guy with the king thinks he has the best hand, which he has. So the queen guy is trapped. He's like,
I think the queens have just called here. Is that a smart play on the button?
That's a bad play.
like he doesn't know where he's at. That's the problem. But look at this. This is like Christmas for this guy.
Well, the two kings must still be thinking his hand is best.
Yeah.
You wouldn't really blame him, would you?
No, you wouldn't blame him. There's not much you can do in this situation. He made a raise, got outflopped.
Let's see how he handles this situation. It's tough. It's really tough. Like,
Check.
It's a pretty good check, isn't it?
they like the Hollywood.
When
Look
you're
again.
early on in a tournament and you have a hand like 2 kings, 2 aces, 2 queens, do you sometimes feel like it's easier to go broke than to make a big pot?
Sometimes it is. I mean, I would have built. I mean, there's just nothing you can do. He's played it like I would have played it with 2 kings. I mean, I could have easily done the same play.
He
I
did
think the
nothing
guy's
wrong.
got ace queen.
It's tough to get.
There's
rid
no
of
way you
this.
can lay this hand down right now.
No.
You got to get chips.
He's past them.
What?
I accept.
That is amazing.
That's really amazing. I don't know what he saw, but he must have known something like
Wow.
I don't know how long they were playing for, but if
It
this
was
is
early on.
really-
I mean, do you ever feel like these big pairs, is there any way you can get an indication early on?
he must have known the guy I've been playing for a few hours because I never seen a laydown like that then.
I think the advantage is now to build a stack, not to play it very tight and get down on chips. Because if you double up early on, then you're going to dominate the table. Then you're a big favorite. And if you've got to take a bit of a chance one time, get a stack, then plug away. You can't check fold kings. I don't know how.
That was a
I
pretty
don't know how.
psychic way to play kings there. Let's look at a way that's probably not to play them. Another way, maybe not to play them.
It was amazing. I'm still amazed.
I am too. I remember that one now. Our kings are that good a hand, huh?
It's the second best hand out there. Pretty
It's a
far.
very good hand in a tournament, in this type of tournament. It's a really, really good hand.
6 and 20.
And Andy Fordham has got 2 kings. Now, with a raise and a call, should he be thinking re-raise, Tony, or is it okay to try and trap?
I think
No,
you
no.
don't want to play against 2 people. And there's enough money in there, so you should re-raise for sure. If it was heads up, you can take the risk and take the chance. I would.
I get creative sometimes.
But against 2 guys, no, you don't want it.
He has re-raised.
Oh, he does re-raise. Yeah, that's the right play.
Thanks for coming in.
Now, with ace queen early on, you don't want to be calling in this situation.
And from the person with the 2 kings point of view, here he's flopped a set. When you flop a big hand like this, what is he thinking? How to get the most money in the pot?
Yeah, you should check. There's no danger at all. There's no card that can hurt you on the turn there.
No, it's a
Because
rainbow flop.
You don't want to be betting now. You got to let the guy hit something.
Yeah, hope an ace comes off and your opponent has an ace. Because
Any card. I mean, if you check, the guy might make a bluff now.
He's bet 20,000. And I imagine the ace queen is not going to be